Hello there, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the College Football Tailgate with me, XFL Jim, joined by my co-host Eric, Uncle Rico. What's up, man? We're no longer in the single digits for college football weeks.
I know, dude. It's kind of a sad time.
It's sad, but also it's the start of action.
It is. It is. And before we dive into that, we had another college coach go down.
Yeah, Brian Harsin out at Auburn. Dunzo. I think everyone saw this one coming, that he was probably one of the favorites to start the season. What do we think about the Brian Harsin tenure at Auburn?
It's been a nightmare. You know, it is what it is. He's a mid-major guy. He was way over his head. I didn't like the hire. Here are my potential candidates. Are you ready for me? I made a list.
I will grade each potential candidate that you have.
Chadwell from Coastal Carolina.
I love Jamie Chadwell. I wonder how he would do with like Auburn boosters and everything like that. And I doubt that they go back to the G5 ranks. But I think he's an A+. Deion Sanders is an A+. I mean, he's gonna bring kids in. Again, like what are the boosts? The crazy thing is Auburn is such a weird school. I think Deion would do well.
He's definitely going to bring the kids in. His kid would probably transfer there right away. He'd
kill at recruiting, but I wonder.
To me, like we said it when we were talking about Georgia Tech, it's what the staff looks like. He needs to have a good staff around him.
He would need to have a good staff. And has there been an FCS? I'm trying to think. Yeah, there has been FCS to P5 before.
But I mean, I think I kind of feel like with someone like Deion, with that personality and what he's done in the recruiting, getting these I'll use the term high level, highly ranked, whatever you want to say, kids to come to a Jackson State kind of speaks a lot. Yeah, I think he would be a great hire. I got two more for you. This one may break your heart. Matt Rule.
He'd be a good choice for almost any college program, I think. Especially a program like Auburn where he could really, I think, kowtow with the boosters and kind of handle expectations. I think he would fit really well.
And the last one, this may shock you.
Mel Tucker.
Oh, God, dude. Fucking hate I'd give him my 4-1 to take Mel Tucker. Lane Kiffin.
I wonder if he moves within the same division. Is the money that much better at Auburn?
I think it is.
You think so?
Yeah. I think it is. I think Auburn money is a lot more than Ole Miss money.
Probably. I don't think it'd be a terrible move for Lane. He seems to like to dip his toes in the water.
He strikes me as a guy that is somewhere 5 years and looks to move.
He does kind of strike you that way.
So
I like those. That's a good list.
Hey, buddy. A+ for the kid?
That list gets an A+.
Okay. All right.
Any standouts from week 9?
A couple standouts. Oh, my God.
Oklahoma State, what the fuck, by the way?
Well, dude, Kansas State's explosive, dude.
They're really good, but 0 points is embarrassing.
That's really bad. First of all, I knew it was going to be a brutal week when Sonny Dykes runs a go route on 4th and 1. You know what? TCU, I hate you. I can't wait to Texas Tech boat races you this week. And we can say what we want to say, like kidding aside, it was a brutal beat, whatever.
It was brutal.
This TCU defense has a lot of issues. They gave up 31 to West Virginia, back and forth game. West Virginia easily could have won that game. This defense has issues. I know the Horned Frog Nation has their chest out.
Offense is legit. Offense is really good.
Offense is legit, but their defense is a huge problem. So
they're classic TCU. They're just like they're classic Big 12 TCU. So it's just like the Trevon Boykin days.
I'm going to be looking. I'm probably going to fade him this week.
I probably
Florida International. Florida National could go bowling.
That's insane. I still think they're dog shit.
Um,
Charlotte
I
keeps
think.
the streak of fired head coaches winning their next
Yep.
game.
I think.
Oh, who does Auburn play this week?
I think one of the most impressive wins was ECU going to BYU after beating Central
Huge
Florida at
win.
home, going on the road and beating BYU in a flat spot in the middle of conference schedule. That is That is a very, very, very impressive win.
They're live. They're live for that conference.
Now, they're very live. Will Levis, I mean, just disappear. Just go home. Just disappear. I mean, like,
we were both on Kentucky.
I'm watching this game, and this is the text message I get from my dad. Son of a bitch, the Lions are going to draft this clown. That's all I got. That's the only that was the text from my dad. And I replied, sadly, you're probably right. Michigan State, okay. You're coming off a bye. 2 of your first 3 possessions are pre-snap penalties. That speaks all you need to know about Mel Tucker. That can't happen.
What about the fight?
Well, I'll get to the fight.
Okay.
Then at halftime, when he does his little interview, he says how he feels like Michigan can't stop Michigan State's wide receivers, Arita Coleman. Guess how many receptions they had in the second half?
Was it not very many?
It was 0. As many as you and I did in the second half.
Ooh.
In terms of the fight, I look at it like this. I want to know what was said or what happened before the cameras went on and we saw like the helmet swinging and everything. I want to, you know what I mean? Because it's always easy to jump to conclusions, but there's like something led to that point. What led to that point? That's number one. Number two, why is the Michigan kid skipping to the front of the line? I'm not putting him at blame. He's an 18-year-old kid. I'm putting more of like, where's like the quality control coach of Michigan? Why isn't he purposely holding that kid back, not allowing him to go in there? Because there was an incident with Penn State and Michigan last week where like Penn State was like throwing sandwiches. In terms of Mel Tucker, I'm not the biggest Jim Harbaugh guy, but I thought the way he handled the questions after it happened were 100% better than the way Mel Tucker handled it. Also, like, I know Tucker is getting a lot of heat because he hit that fan. Look, that fan had no business touching his head. Okay? The Michigan fans are going after Mel Tucker. But then when the Wisconsin basketball coach put a hand on Juwan Howard, it was okay. It wasn't okay then. It's not okay now. You cannot touch another person's head and expect him not to hit you. That fan should be barred. The Michigan State players, regardless of who started it, I mean, those guys, there needs to be some disciplinary action.
They've already, I think I've read that they've been suspended. They've already suspended, I believe, 4 players.
Well, they should, rightfully so. My question to you is this from that game. And I mean, like, look, let's be honest. I think we got to find someone with value for the Heisman. Okay. We got a Hayden Hooker ticket. He's down to minus 150. How much does that change if they lose? Okay. We got CJ Stroud sitting at plus 180. Okay.
Okay.
We got Caleb Williams. I think he's dead at 12-1.
I don't like it.
And then at 16-1, we got Blake Corum, the Michigan running back.
I just can't get behind a running back.
I get it, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to think outside the box here. We're at the point right now.
I'm sitting on 2 guys that are probably dead.
The only guy I have that's alive is Hooker. I got Hooker at alive. I think
DTR's dead. And I think Sam
Yeah.
Hartman's dead after this week.
Yeah. I mean, I think Bryce Young. Basically,
I don't like
think
Bryce
it's
Young at all.
I think it's Hooker,
I think it's
CJ
Hooker or Stroud. Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe take a little Stroud if you tail Gemini and the Hooker one. I mean, that'd be the only thing. Other things that stood out to me.
Nebraska, just as my Nebraska fan take, we cannot beat any team that is solid, and Illinois is just all around solid.
Yeah, Illinois is good. They're going to destroy Michigan State. Texas A&M is 1-4 in the SEC. 3-5 overall.
They're really bad.
I tweeted this out.
They're the Iowa of the South. I've been saying it.
They're Michigan State this year. They both have the same records. My question to you is this, dude. Texas A&M, a lot of money. I tweeted this out. Urban Meyer's is kind of sitting there in the shade.
He's not. They're not firing Jimbo this year.
And I'm telling
After
you.
bringing in the number one recruiting class of all time, they're not firing him.
Dude, I mean, this year has been embarrassingly bad.
It's been really bad. It's been really bad. Also, I want to say Pitt is worse than I think we both thought they would be.
Well, my take is this.
North Carolina is actually pretty good.
Is North Carolina the best team that no one's talking about?
I think their loss to their App State game and their early season where their defense was the worst thing I've ever seen. That overshadows a lot of what they've been able to put together these last couple weeks. They're looking pretty good. I still think Clemson wins the game against them in the probable conference championship matchup, but they're good.
If they win, do they get? There's no way they can get in.
No, not a chance. Not a fucking chance that they make the playoffs.
I was like UCF. I mean, the UCF, I think they were inside the 24 times before they scored their first touchdown. I mean, they completely
that was a blowout waiting to happen.
That game scores a little bit.
I was right on my South Carolina fraudulent take. Missouri getting it done.
Missouri's defense is legit.
They're pretty good.
They're legit. Iowa State needs a freaking quarterback, dude. I mean, Jesus Christ. Jesus. Are we betting Auburn at Missouri State next week? Are we just riding that train?
Let's do it.
Yeah. Trying to think what else.
I'll bet Auburn at Mississippi State. Yeah.
Did you see how Appalachian State closed Appalachian State minus 50.5 with an over and under a 59?
That's hilarious.
North Texas, a quiet 4-1 in Conference USA.
Congratulations to Iowa for getting 2 first half offensive touchdowns, I think, for the first time all year.
UAB under ticket cash. That's good. Coastal Carolina, 4-1 in the Sun Belt.
Looking good.
13 convincing victory. I don't know.
Cal almost covered against USC. Sorry, against Oregon.
Yeah.
God, I was pissed.
San Jose State looking good. I'm a little disappointed in UTEP. I thought this was a winnable game.
I thought
they
so too.
Shot themselves in the foot. Texas Tech looked flat. Oh my God, did they look bad?
And I think Baylor's a little bit slept on too. Baylor's still like a pretty good team.
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty Wyoming.
The Big 12, you can't take any weeks off. It's top to bottom. It's a tough conference.
It's a good conference.
Also, shout out Wake. Like, I'm gonna just throw this game in the garbage for Wake Forest. You can't give out 6 turnovers in a quarter.
Yeah, you can't. I mean,
it was over at that point.
What does my dad say? It's not long division. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't give out 6 and hey. So,
also shout out Hawaii covering.
Do we dare say covering machine?
These last 3 weeks they have covered the spread, and the under is hitting like every Hawaii game. There was no way this total should have been 50. I think that's all the takes I have for this last week. You ready to talk about week 10?
You know what, dude? Let's dive in. We got Maction, dude.
We got Maction. We're starting off with Maction. Ball State at Kent State. Kent State's -7 at home. Over under 62.
I kind of like Ball State, dude.
Kind of like Ball State plus the 7. I kind of like the over 62.
I want nothing to do in that.
I might talk to me tomorrow. We're gonna have this video come out like early tomorrow to get all these Maction games.
Dude, you know what?
Coming to you live Tuesday morning, baby.
Tuesday morning, 7 a.m. Coffee with Jim and Eric.
Boom. Also, Tuesday, today, while this is going on, Buffalo at Ohio. Buffalo -3 on the road, over under 59.
I like the over here.
I like the over 59. I'm gonna dabble. I like Ohio catching points at home.
Yeah.
These are probably the two of the better teams in the east part of the conference.
And the two teams who were down on the most of the pack too.
Yeah, we were very down on both these teams. They're proving us wrong. Give me Ohio catching points. Central Michigan at Northern Illinois. NIU -4 at home. Over under 55.5. I'm staying away. I can't with this Central Michigan team.
Gun to my head, I take CMU.
Yeah, gun to my head, I'm taking CMU, but I'm not touching this game. Western Michigan at Bowling Green. Bowling Green -4.5. Over under of 47. I mean, similar situation. I'm not taking Western, but gun to my head, I would.
I would take.
I kind of want to bet that over.
I want no play on the over.
UTEP at Rice. Rice -3.5 at home. Over under of 50.
And this opened up at 2.5. We kind of missed the bow, I feel.
We did. I kind of want to play that under, though.
Yeah, because Rice does like to throw it, though.
They do, but I don't know. I think UTEP can slow this game down.
How many wins does Rice have? Is Rice going bowling? That's my new favorite thing to say. They going bowling?
Rice going bowling? Let's see.
Rice at 4-4, 2 more games to go bowling, dude.
They could go bowling. So let's go through Rice's schedule real quick. So they got UTEP, Western Kentucky, UTSA, and North Texas. I don't think Rice is going bowling. App State at Coastal Carolina. Banger game. Game. Over under 63. App State -3 on the road.
I kind of want to take nothing.
I'm going to take the home dog.
Okay.
I'm going to take the home dog.
Okay.
Weekday matchup, short rest.
I think isn't App coming off a bye though?
No, I mean they played an FCS school.
Yeah, they played Bob Morris. They didn't cover that 50.5 though. God damn it,
they didn't. Duke at Boston College. Duke 9.5 road favorite at Boston College. Over under of 47.5.
Boston College looking to rebound after that humiliating defeat.
I'm not touching it.
No, neither am I.
UMass at UConn, baby. The matchup of matchups. Over under of 40. UConn is -15.5 point favorites.
I don't see UConn rubbing it in, and I don't know how UMass is going to score. So I would definitely lean the under here.
I like the under, yeah. I want to play that under. I just these teams both stink. UConn is a little better. Like UConn looked markedly better this year.
UConn can go bowling, dude.
UConn gonna go bowling?
I don't know. Pull it up.
Trying to bowl?
UConn going bowling, dude. Independence. UConn is 4-5, so they need 2 wins. They have UMass, Liberty, and Army on their schedule. Possible. It's possible they could go.
It's possible.
It's possible we could see UConn in a bowl game.
Since when was the last time they were in a bowl game? Holy shit.
Jesus, dude. I'm Googling bowl projections right now. Does anyone have UConn in a bowl game?
Oregon State at Washington. Washington is -4.5, over under of 59.
I'm not high on this Washington team. I really think they're a little overrated. I would take Oregon State here, but I have to know what's going on. They have some injury issues I'm a little concerned about.
Yeah, I'm kind of holding off on this one for now. Air Force at Army, baby. Air Force 7-point road favorites at Army, over under of 40.
Give me Army.
I'm going to take the home dog, and yeah. I might sprinkle a little on that money line, too. I'm also going to take the under 40.
You take the under 40?
Yeah, dude. Service Academy matchup.
Gotta do it, man. Gotta do it.
Iowa at Purdue. Purdue's minus 4.5. Over under of 43. Kind of want to take Iowa here.
I want nothing to do.
I kind of want to take Iowa, and I want to take this under, but I'm going to circle back around to this one later. I'm probably going to be taking Iowa. That's my lean right now. Kentucky, at Missouri. Kentucky minus 1.5 on the road at Missouri. Over under 42.
If this
Let
gets
down for
down
Missouri
to
after a big win, or Kentucky bounce back?
Missouri's defense is pretty good. Kentucky, Will Levis showed me he sucks, which I kind of knew.
But I think he can be good against bad teams.
But Missouri's defense is good, though.
Yeah.
Missouri's
I lean
defense.
Missouri. I lean Missouri here.
Oh my god! 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 I googled
You got the bowl projection?
Somebody has at the Cotton Bowl Kansas, and you ready for this? Tulane, Kansas State, Tulane.
Oh, K-State, Tulane.
K-State,
I would hate that.
Really?
Yeah, because it's a rematch. Why they already played?
Oh yeah, that's true.
They already play someone else.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be a good game, but like they already played.
Tony the Tiger Bowl.
UNC at Virginia, North Carolina minus 7.5 on the road, over under 59. Kind of want to take that over.
Yeah, I'd lean the under.
Would you now? You don't think UVA scores at all?
Okay, so how do you have Michigan State in a bowl game? Whoever's doing these projections,
they're high.
Street is they need to win out. Like,
so Michigan State's going to beat Ohio State.
Oh, they already lost. Like this,
they're still going to beat Penn State.
No.
Yeah, they'll beat Penn State. They'll beat Rutgers. They'll beat Maryland.
Okay, they're 3-5 right now. They're not beating Illinois. They're not beating Penn State. Rutgers and Indiana are completely coin flip games.
Yeah, you're in a rough spot.
Mel Tucker football, baby.
Ohio State at Northwestern. Ohio State minus 38.5 on the road, over under 61.5.
I got offered tickets to this game. I politely declined.
Yeah, you probably should. I kind of want to take Ohio State.
Good. Per this guy, we're going to be in.
I'm going to take Ohio State. I'm doing it.
We're going to be in Tampa, Florida on the 23rd with UAB and Kansas.
That'd be a hell of a game.
Jesus. Look at us.
I'm taking Ohio State, by the way.
You know what? I would take Ohio State too. Props to you, dude. You got a great Ohio State future. They kind of slipped away. I don't know.
They kind of like fell asleep a little bit in that game and then woke up.
Yeah, and just kind of did their thing, man. You know what I mean?
Like you saw like all it takes is one slip up of the other team. Ohio State can score 4 touchdowns in a quarter, no problem.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. Florida at Texas A&M. A&M minus 3 at home, over under 54.
You know, I took A&M last week. I'm never playing them again.
Are you going to take Florida, or are you just staying away?
I'm just staying away.
I'm staying away from this one. Maryland at Wisconsin. Wisconsin minus 5.5, over under of 52.5. I'm staying away from this one, too.
Yeah, no way.
I don't like this one.
No way.
Minnesota at Nebraska.
This just
Minnesota. Seems like Minnesota's minus 15 on the road, over under 47. This might be a situation. We don't know the status of Casey Thompson right now. So Nebraska, we could be without our starting quarterback.
But still, like with the way Minnesota plays, Okay, they play that slow it out, grimy style, limited possessions. That's why I like Nebraska on getting this many points, because Minnesota is not like a fast-paced up and down team.
They're not built to blow you out.
Yeah. I mean, they did blow out Rutgers, but hey, that's Rutgers.
Yeah, but Nebraska's like Rutgers level.
No, they're not.
Did you see the Nebraska-Rutgers game?
No.
It was bad. It was a really bad game. I'm staying away from this one.
I'm going to stay away from it too.
Texas Tech at TCU. TCU minus 9.5 at home. Over under 69.5.
I think TCU is the Minnesota Vikings of college football.
That offense, though. I'm gonna take the over. Fuck it. I don't care. I know it's a shitload of points. This is the only big over I'm gonna take. I wonder if that comes down later in the week. It's at 69.5. Do you think it comes down?
I don't know.
That's
it's just one of those. Small play, and then you can hedge your way out of it if it moves.
Yeah, small play on the over. And then I want to take Texas Tech as well. 9.5.
That's a lot of points, man.
That's a lot of points. I'm going to take Texas Tech. They're a good team.
They just need to figure out the quarterback situation.
Tulane at Tulsa. Tulane minus 7.5 on the road over 58.
I'm just smoking Marlboro Reds till we get Tulane in the championship.
Let's do it. I'm not touching this game either. Western Kentucky at Charlotte. Western Kentucky, WKU, minus 16 on the road. Over under of 72.
That's a lot of points, man.
It's a lot of points.
But you know what? It's the past, dude. I'm not going to be chasing and forcing stuff, so.
It's a lot of points, and I want to take the over, but I'm staying away. I'm trying to be a little bit more proactive this month, Eric. Georgia Tech at Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech minus 3.5 at home. Over under of 40.5.
All right, so hear me out.
These teams stink. These teams absolutely stink.
I have two rules. Okay, rule number 1 in college football. When two shitty teams play, you always take the team getting points. Okay? Rule number 1. When a team needs to win to go bowling, you look at them. Okay? Georgia Tech has Virginia Tech, Miami, North Carolina, and Georgia. That's hard. But they need to win this game. I think Virginia Tech's winnable. I think Miami's winnable.
I think that's it, though.
I know, but this starts the trend, though. You know what I mean?
How many do they need to win?
They need to win 3. They need to win 3 out of 4.
I don't think they're getting there.
On the flip side, yes, I know Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech will have to win out too, right? Yeah, Virginia Tech will have to win out too. So this will probably be a pass, but I kind of want to take Georgia Tech just because there's 2 bad teams.
But you're not taking Charlotte.
Yeah, because
those are 2 bad teams.
Western Kentucky's a little better.
Yeah, I'm staying away from this game too. Marshall at ODU. Marshall minus 3 on the road.
I like ODU here.
Over under of 46. I like ODU as well.
Yeah.
I'm going to take ODU. South Florida at Temple. USF minus 3 at Temple. Over under of 51. 2 bad teams.
Who is South Florida to be laying points on the road?
I'm taking Temple.
I repeat, who is South Florida to be laying points on the road?
I'm taking
South
Temple.
Florida is 1-7 overall.
They're bad.
1-7 overall. On the flip side, Temple has scored. Oh my God. Has Temple scored the least amount of points?
These teams are trash. These
Temple
teams suck so much.
They've scored the least amount of points. They've only scored 100. Oh, sorry, I take that back. Colorado State has scored 100. They've scored 124.
Congratulations, Temple. You're not last. That's really bad. Baylor
Christ.
at Oklahoma. OU minus 3.5 at home. Over under 57.5.
You got to be Baylor here, no?
I gotta take Baylor in the over. Oklahoma's defense is garbage. Georgia State at Southern Miss. Southern Miss minus 2 at home. Over under of 50.
God, the fighting Frank Gore Juniors.
I want to take Southern Miss here.
I told myself I was never investing in Georgia State ever again.
I'm gonna stay away though.
Yeah,
but I lean Southern Miss. Middle Tennessee State at Louisiana Tech. Middle Tennessee State minus 2.5. Over under of 63.
Nope, nothing.
Staying away as well. So UCF at Memphis. UCF minus 3.5 on the road. Over under of 60.
Kind of feel you.
Memphis. I gotta take Memphis.
I kind of feel you need to fade Central Florida here.
I'm taking Memphis.
Yeah, finally beating whatchamacallit.
Yeah, finally getting Cincinnati off your bat. You're like the best team in that conference you're feeling, aside from Tulane. And now Memphis is here to crush your dreams. Michigan State at Illinois. Here it is, Eric. Illinois, minus 16.5, over under of 42.5.
Oh, nothing. Move on. Next.
I might take Illinois here.
So
I might take Illinois.
This is the thing. Like, listen to this. Like, I think I tweeted you this. I tweeted this out. This is gonna blow your mind. Okay, you ready? You ready to get your mind blown, Jimbo?
I'm ready to get.
Let me pull up this picture. In Mel Tucker's 21 Big Ten games, Michigan State has been outscored by 197 points, 659 to 462. Here's a list of all the Big Ten teams with a worse scoring margin over that period.
Oh, you did send me this.
Rutgers.
Yeah, that's
it. Dude.
That's really bad.
It's awful, dude. Like, it's awful. It needs to stop. He needs to go away.
He won't, though. That's the terrible part. That's the nightmare part. I might take Illinois minus 16.5.
You know, but that's another thing. Like, Illinois is really not built to, like...
Again, they're a team that's not built to, like, blow people out, but they blew out Nebraska. I put Michigan State in the same level as Nebraska. They're both terrible.
I put Nebraska 5 levels above them.
5 levels?
Yeah, it's Michigan. It's Mel Tucker coach team.
5 levels is insane. New Mexico at Utah State. Utah State minus 16, over under 43.5.
I never thought I'd see Utah State laying 16.
That's a lot of points.
For a shitty team.
These are both shitty teams?
Yeah, this is a pass for me.
Yeah, if New Mexico was at home, I'd love
New Mexico as at home, I'd be looking at him here.
But on the road, I can't get behind that. Oklahoma State at Kansas. Oklahoma State's minus 2 at the Jayhawks. Over under of 65.
Pass.
I might take Oklahoma State here as a bounce back spot. The only reason, like, I still think they're good. I'm going to take Oklahoma State. Fuck it.
You going to do it?
Also, I'm trying to fake Kansas and hope they don't win any more games so I don't have to eat any pie. So I'll fake Kansas the rest of the goddamn
I think Oklahoma State bounces back here.
Oregon at Colorado. Oregon is minus 31.5 on the road at Colorado. Over under of 61.5.
Bo Nix on the road. Give me the Buffaloes. Give me the Buffs.
You're touching this one, huh?
I lean the Buffs here, dude.
I do not. Cal was so close to covering that spread, and we got kind of a bad Bo Nix game last week. I'm staying away. Penn State at Indiana. Penn State minus 14 at Indiana. Over under 53.
A lot of points, dude. I'm sorry. You know, Penn State is
letdown spot.
Letdown
after
spot.
Losing to Ohio State.
And you lost to Michigan. But this is what Terry Franklin does. He just beats bad teams. 2 for 20 against top-ranked teams.
What about against the spread?
Who cares? Oh, I care about it. I never bet Terry. I never bet Terry. And yes, I know his name is James. But until he
I'm
can
not.
get to 5 wins against top-rated teams, he's Terry to me.
Yeah, I'm not touching this game. Syracuse at Pitt. Pitt minus 3.5 at home. Over under 50.5.
I kind of like the Qs here. Pitt's not that good, as you touched on. Syracuse, I feel, still kind of playing for something. They just lost to Notre Dame. Now you can kind of get those kids back in check. So, yeah, I like it.
I like Qs as well. I just think that was a huge letdown game for them. After losing to Clemson, and then you got Notre Dame right after that. Tennessee at Georgia, the game of the day.
Okay, so
Georgia is minus 8.
But it opened up at 12.5. It's moved 4.5 points. Here's my take.
Over under 66, by the way.
What?
66 is the total.
There's been 2 games this year that Georgia's had to get up to. Okay. Last week, who'd they play last week?
Florida. No.
Big game against Florida last week. Oregon to start the season. They completely boat raced those teams in the first half. Every other game's just kind of been there. I mean, this is reality of the situation. If this is 8, first half line is probably going to be 4.5. I'm seriously going to consider taking Georgia first half.
I will take Georgia first half. Tennessee might be able to come back and win this one in a comeback victory. I don't think there's really a chance they take the lead.
Yeah. Plus with how the line is moved, I don't know.
You can't take Tennessee now. No. You didn't get on the boat soon enough for Tennessee.
No.
UTSA at UAB. UTSA is minus 1 on the road at UAB. Over under 53. Kind of want to take UTSA.
Nothing.
I'm going to take UTSA. I'm going to do it. Meet. They're a way better team. I still don't fully trust UAB.
Yeah, I don't trust UAB
back them.
Either. Obviously, they don't have the coach there, which is a big thing. But
I'm going to take the Roadrunners.
Yeah, I got you.
Washington State minus 5 on the road at Stanford. Over under 49.5.
I really want to take Stanford here.
I want to take Stanford so bad.
But you know what? I'm not doing it. I'm waiting.
I am going to do it, damn it. You're going to wait?
I'm going to wait.
You think it gets to 6?
I think it moves, dude. I think people
I'll wait and
are
see. I'll be patient.
Stanford coming off a bad loss. I think it's going to move.
West Virginia at Iowa State. Iowa State minus 7 at home. Over under 51.
What is Iowa State showing to be laying this many points?
West Virginia on the road has been garbage. I'm going to take the under 51 in this game.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, I like that.
I don't like either of these offenses that much. And Iowa State does have a legit defense.
Okay.
Liberty at Arkansas. Arkansas minus 13.5 at home. Over under of 63. Letdown spot. They just beat Auburn. They beat the bricks off of Auburn. They got a coach fired. I want to take Liberty plus the 13.5. It might get to 14 though, and I'm going to wait.
Hey, what about Hugh Freeze
for Auburn?
Yeah,
it would be objectively hilarious. That'd be probably the funniest thing that could happen this year.
Why is that?
Because Hugh Freeze, he's a scumbag for one. He just fits the Auburn brand, just texting prostitutes for players left and right while being a holier than thou douchebag to the media and everything. Yeah. He fits. Yeah. He fits.
He fits the criteria.
He fits the brand.
That's their brand.
Do you like any play in that game, or are you staying away?
Staying away, man.
FIU at North Texas. North Texas minus 21 at home. Over under of 62.5.
Jeez, that's a lot of points. I don't want
points. I'm gonna take that under. Fuck it,
dude. I like FIU. I may buy a. Do I buy an FIU?
You like the airport? You gonna buy some FIU merch?
FIU football T-shirt.
Don't do it.
Just don't do it.
Don't
Look at
do
you. You're just like disgusted at me right now.
That's gross.
And this T-shirt is pretty solid. Sick.
Navy at Cincinnati.
That's a lot of points, dude. If this
Cincinnati's
gets to 21,
minus 20.5, over under 46.5.
if this gets to 21, I'm in.
I'll co-sign that. South Alabama at Georgia Southern. South Alabama minus 4 on the road, over under 60.5.
Dude, if they win this one, we get our over ticket. I'm not touching it.
I think we already got our over ticket.
No, I think it was 6.5.
Oh.
6 and 2 right now.
This is a big one. I'm not touching it. Texas State at ULM. It's a pick'em. It's
Kinda
a
like
pick'em,
ULM.
baby.
Kind of like ULM here. It's crazy.
I'll take ULM at home, yeah. Both. It's one of those situations. Both these teams stink.
Yeah.
Give me the home team. Troy ULL. Troy minus 5.5 on the road at University of Louisiana Lafayette, over under 43. I'm out.
Nothing.
Not touching. Alabama at LSU.
I'm calling it right now.
Alabama's a 13-point road favorite, over under of 58.5.
I'm calling it right now. LSU, straight up.
God, I like that, Eric.
You know,
Got it.
Alabama
I'm gonna take LSU. I feel like everyone's gonna be on LSU.
No.
You don't think so?
Jim, this isn't a show where we talk about feelings. We talk about winning money.
I know, but I don't. I like LSU. I like the over.
I like LSU. I'm going to be on LSU plus the points. I mean, it's at the book we're looking using. Let me pull up the app.
Pull up the app. Pull up the app.
Pull up the app due to poor communication. We will not mention.
Pull them up though.
Yeah, there are 13 across the board. There's a 13.5. I'm seeing a 13.5 all the way down to a 12.5.
I mean, I don't like the 12.5.
And I'm seeing a money line as high as 4 plus 400. I mean, I think this is going to float around this 13 area. You know, I'll wait a little bit, but I'm definitely leaning toward whatchamacallit.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards LSU for sure. I like the over as well at 58.5. I don't like Alabama's defense.
I don't like the defense at all.
I love their offense though. I love Bryce Young, I should say.
Yeah, Bryce Young.
BYU at Boise State. Boise State minus 7.5, over under 56.
That's a lot of points, dude. Rivalry game. I know BYU's but a freaking disappointment. But goddamn, I think I'm going to be on the Fighting Cougars.
I think I am too. Speaking of which, Houston at SMU. SMU minus 3 at home, over under of 67.
Not touching.
Yeah, I'm not touching this one either. Texas at Kansas State. Texas, a 3-point road favorite.
God, I really want to
take over under a 54.
I really want to K-State here, man. God, I really want to take K-State.
I am going to take K-State.
You gonna do it?
Yeah, I'm going to do it. I think they win straight up.
I like it.
UNLV at San Diego State. San Diego State minus 6.5, over under 48.5. UNLV, another team fighting for a bowl.
I'd lean UNLV, but I want nothing to do with it.
I also lean UNLV. Michigan at Rutgers. The battle of the century. Michigan minus 26.5. Over under of 45.5.
If you like Rutgers, you have to play the under. If you like Michigan, you have to play the over.
I'm going to take Michigan in the over.
Okay.
I don't think Rutgers scores on them.
Okay.
I don't think Rutgers scores like a single time. There's a very real possibility Michigan can win this one like running away, literally.
You
They
think
could
they
run.
do?
I think they do.
Okay.
This isn't the letdown spot. I think Michigan has a letdown spot coming up, but I don't think this is it.
No, I'm not saying it was. I'm just saying if you like Michigan, you like the over. If you like Rutgers, you like the under.
Yes. The letdown spot for Michigan is coming up, though.
It's coming up.
Well, they play Rutgers, and then they play Nebraska, so those are 2 blowouts.
Uh-huh.
But who do you think they played the week before Ohio State?
Illinois, Indiana.
It's Illinois.
Illinois is going to get it done.
It's Illinois. Now, watch out, Michigan.
Yeah, it's going to be so hot. It's going to be so awesome, dude. I'm going to fucking love it.
Auburn at Mississippi State. Mississippi State minus 13.5, over under 53. Don't overthink it. Interim coach, give me Auburn straight up. I don't care. I don't care about your facts, your logic, your stupid numbers. Give me Auburn.
I would lean that way, but no boat.
I have to jump on this interim train. Arizona at Utah. Utah minus 17.5, over under 67.
Arizona's feisty.
They are. I don't know if I want to take them on the road, though.
Yeah.
It's a lot of points.
It is a lot of points.
That's one to watch. If it gets above 18, I might dabble.
Yeah.
Clemson at Notre Dame. Clemson is a 5-point road favorite at Notre Dame, over under 47.5. I'm going to take Notre Dame.
I would definitely lean Notre Dame here.
I'm going to take Notre Dame. A home dog, I don't know. These teams seem fairly even to me.
Yeah, and I'm not that big on Clemson. I'm
not either. I like their defense, but I don't really trust this team as a whole.
Yeah.
If Notre Dame gets it done, they get far. I'm going to, not just from a gambling angle, I'm going to be rooting for Notre Dame to knock Clemson out of the playoff race.
I would love that because I hate this Clemson team, and I know
I would hate them in the playoff. I think they're fine. Their defense is good. They're a fine team. I would hate to see them in the playoffs.
I think it's just your hate for Dabo.
I hate Dabo. I do. But also, I think this team would get demolished by a Tennessee, a Georgia, or an Ohio State.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I think it would be awful.
Florida State at Miami. Florida State minus 7.5 on the road at Miami, over under 53.
Pass.
I'm going to take
if
the under.
Miami was even comparable, this would be it for me.
I'm going to take the under in this game.
Okay.
I'm going to take the under 53. I just don't. Both these teams stink. Miami's awful. James Madison at Louisville. Louisville's minus 7.5 at home, over under a 54.5. We sprinkle a little JMU?
I think we have to take JMU here.
Louisville with the big win against Wake Forest last week.
I think we got JMU. I think we got to do it.
So I will have a round robin for the people to start a new month. I will have that when we are.
Oh my God! Are you going to give the people what they want?
I will give the people what they want. South Carolina at Vanderbilt. South Carolina minus 7 at Vandy, over under 49.
Really want to take Vandy here.
I want to take the under, but I'm not going to touch it. Wake Forest at NC State. Wake is minus 5 at NC State, over under 54. NC State's quarterback still out, correct?
Yes, he's out for the year.
Yeah, give me Wake. Give me Wake. I
don't like laying points in the ground pass for me.
I'll do it. Give me Wake. This is one of the few times I'll do it. Give me Wake. Cal at USC. Cal is 21.5-point dogs at USC, over under 59.
Not touching, my friend. Not touching.
They were 1 point away from covering against Oregon.
Not touching.
I'm not touching it. I lean Cal plus that many points. UCLA at Arizona State. UCLA's minus 10.5 on the road, over under 63.
That's a lot of points. A lot of points, Jimbo.
Arizona State sucks, though.
Nothing. I got nothing here.
Nothing. Colorado State at San Jose State. San Jose State minus 24 at home, over under 45.
Nothing.
Yeah, nothing. Hawaii at Fresno. Fresno minus 24.5, over under a 59. I will say, nothing for now. The day comes. College football Saturday is here. I have to bet the Hawaii game. I will be going for Hawaii to cover that many points. And again, I am betting the under in this game. That is my play. I'm betting the under.
You're betting it?
I will bet the under right now. 59 is a lot of points. Hawaii offense is not good. It's just not.
I agree with you.
Okay, let me see. I will do 2 parlays for the people. I gave out all my lanes. That's what we got. I will do 2 parlays for the people.
Early on a Tuesday, my Rob Robbins looking James Madison, Notre Dame, LSU.
I have a Maction just straight up parlay, not a round robin, Eric. Do you want to hear it?
Give it to me, Jimbo.
Ball State +7 at Kent State.
Like it.
Ohio money line at home against Buffalo.
Like it.
That's the risky one. Under 55.5 in Central Michigan, Northern Illinois.
Ballsy. Like it.
It's a little ballsy. And then Bowling Green, it's the chalky play. Bowling Green -200 money line.
Bowling Green -200. Okay.
Plus 1131 for the parlay.
I like it.
And then I'm going to get a round robin ready for the people.
My round robin I'm looking at is this. James Madison +235. Texas Tech +275. K-State 115. LSU +360. And Notre Dame +170.
Ooh, you're getting dirty. But I like it. Oh, God. What's that payout?
The payout of the parlay is plus 33,446.
Okay, I'm getting mine put together here. Let's go. Bam. Let's go. Bam. Let's do it. Oh, God. I also want to add Notre Dame. So I'm going to take out K-State and I'm going to slide in Notre Dame. Here's my parlay, Eric. My round robin for the people. Memphis over Central Florida.
Uh-huh.
Risky, but I'll take it. Iowa over Purdue. Army over Air Force. Plus 215.
Ooh.
Auburn over Mississippi State. Syracuse over Pitt. Coastal Carolina over App State. LSU, Notre Dame. Plus 60. It's plus 673,219.
Okay.
It's gross. Boy, do I love it.
I like it, dude.
That's for the people. That's for the people. That's for the people. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening. Eric, where can the people find you? And remember, this is right now. It's Tuesday morning that we're putting this out.
At eTalk21 Sports tonight. The best gambling show. Interactive live stream. The eTalk21 Sports Show is live. Got my boy Jason from Betfred stopping by tonight, man. You know, good guy. We're going to talk about NFL. Gino's going to Breeders' Cup weekend. Gino's going to be telling you what horse racing bet to lock in over at the Breeders' Cup. So, yeah, should be a nice little show. Always good for some comments and some interaction. The one time Leo came on, he was at his mom's place, and his grandma. His grandma had this picture up, and they're like this girl's breast was out, and there was a 15-minute conversation in the chat about the picture. So, dude, it could go all places, dude. Like anything's free game in the chat room, and yeah.
And it goes the eTop 21 podcast, eTop 21 Sports Show chat room. You guys know where to find me at XFL Gym everywhere. There's a lot going on the YouTube this week. I got the big finale CFL recap for the regular season, week 21, coming out Wednesday this week. I'll also have a regular season recap, hopefully coming out Thursday, and then the playoff previews. The playoffs begin this weekend.
Juicy,
and
juicy.
Not only that, and it's not just CFL, because the XFL released their logos and team names and have merch. So I'm going to have a video going through my favorite, ranking all the XFL logos and team names and everything now that they're official. That's coming out this week as well. It's a busy week for the garage. We'll see you guys. We'll see you guys Saturday morning for the college football tailgate. That's where I'm going to see this guy next. Love you guys. Bye.